guys? Happy Monday. Just wanted to get you guys up to date on all of the latest Mavericks news ahead of the game tonight against the Utah Jazz. 7:30 tip-off there tonight at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. Let's go ahead and start with Maxi Kleber, who left the Phoenix game with the hamstring injury. He can't stay healthy no matter what the injury is. He sprained his ankle there in preseason in Las Vegas, missed the entire preseason. Seemed like he came back and was healthy for the first couple of games, and then in the Phoenix game, leaves early, has a hamstring injury. Now he's questionable for tonight's game against the Utah Jazz. I would be shocked if he played. I think he's going to be out at least a week. You could maybe see him next Sunday or Monday when the Mavs face the Pacers. That would be the first game I think you see Maxi Kleber's next Monday with that late tip on the second night of a back-to-back against the Pacers. But it's just unfortunate because it looked like Maxi was staking his claim in the rotation. He was the true backup four behind PJ Washington, and all of a sudden, once again, he gets hurt. Another ailment, just it's one thing after another with Maxi Kleber, and he can't seem to just put together a string of games without something happening. Maxi's in the second year of his 3-year, $33 million deal at $11 million per year. And if you're thinking, Coop, can the Mavs trade Maxi because this just isn't good enough? The answer is probably no. The only value that Maxi has is as a trade salary matcher, so to speak. He has no value on the trade market. So at the deadline, if the Mavs are looking to try to upgrade whatever their rotation needs may be at the time, Kleber could be used, but it won't be because the other team wants Kleber. It'll be because his $11 million salary helps the Mavs match something in order to get a better player in. It's unfortunate. Hope the best for Maxi. Type those 42s down in the comments if you want Maxi to get healthy as soon as possible. And now I wanted to move on to Jason Kidd here, who said everybody will get a chance in this rotation. Spencer Dinwiddie is the only guy who really was fighting for rotation minutes in training camp, who hasn't played a big part in that rotation. Now, he played against San Antonio in garbage time when the game was in hand. He didn't play against Phoenix, and we'll see if he plays tonight against Utah, but it'll be interesting to see how Kidd manages the locker room, because that's one of his best assets, I believe, is keeping everybody ready to play, keeping everybody just alert and engaged in the team. And Dinwiddie, the Mavs signed, I thought he was going to be like the 9th or 10th man. Jaden Hardy kind of took Spencer Dinwiddie's spot with an impressive training camp and preseason, and they rewarded Hardy with the contract extension. So that'll be a storyline to watch throughout. We'll talk about the rotation here more in just a moment, but I do need to tell you guys about our sponsor, which of course is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports, and you can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. PrizePicks puts all its members first, so withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. And when you sign up today, you get $50 instantly when you play just a $5 lineup. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS. And once you play that $5 lineup, you'll get that $50 bonus instantly. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus either. It's 100% guaranteed. And PrizePicks also offers cool weekly promotions like Taco Tuesday, where projections are discounted up to 25% on select lineups. I know last week they had the cool Anthony Edwards pick where it was just more than half a point. If you think Anthony Edwards would score more than half a point, you just select that square, pair it with 2 others, and you have a free win essentially on PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS when you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS to get that code. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. Back to Jason Kidd here and the rotation. Like I said, he has a lot of options here how he wants to distribute the minutes and stuff. I think he knows what he wants to do with Luka. He still has question at center as to how exactly he wants to balance that. I think that he would like for Derek Lively to eventually become the starter, but it doesn't really matter at this point because they're going to play the same amount of minutes like we said already. I think Daniel Gafford's done a pretty good job. Another concern I think Kidd will have through these first 2 games is the bench kind of really struggled. The bench only had 9 points against Phoenix. Now, Derek Lively in the first game had 16 and 11, and that was great. But they're going to have to find some more consistent bench scoring. The Mavs, their least amount of bench points they scored last season was also against the Phoenix Suns on Christmas when Luka ended up having 50 points. He had 40 in this game, and it wasn't enough to get the Mavericks the win. So I think the bench is a little bit of a concern for the Mavericks going forward. Who's going to be that consistent scorer? Is it going to end up being Jaden Hardy? Does Spencer Dinwiddie give them a boost? Will Naji Marshall show up? I don't think Naji's been great in these first couple of games. I think he's still learning the system. It's not much to be worried about there, but he hasn't really found his footing yet in this rotation. Will Quentin Grimes show up? Now, Grimes is something interesting because he played 15 minutes in the game against San Antonio, only 2 points in that game, played only 6 minutes in the game against Phoenix, and didn't put up a shot. So I think that's sort of an experiment with Kid. He was just trying to figure out what he likes and what he doesn't like in the rotation there with Quentin Grimes. But I think Grimes is someone that is going to have to play a big role in order for this team to get where they want to get because of his defensive versatility and his ability to make three-point shots at a high level. And the thing with Grimes is that we talked about the extension and whatnot. The Mavs apparently offered Quentin Grimes a 3-year, in the range, of a 3-year, $27 million contract, the same deal that they gave Naji Marshall in free agency, and Grimes rejected that deal in hopes he could find a richer deal when he becomes a restricted free agent here in the summer of 2025. Well, he won't be able to find that if he's not in the rotation consistently, so Grimes is going to have to take advantage of his minutes if he wants to find a deal that suits him. I thought it was going to be closer to the 3 to 40 range, like the Mavs gave Josh Green in the previous summer. So it was kind of surprising that Grimes didn't sign the deal. Going to restricted free agency isn't a problem. The Mavs have dealt with this before, and I think Quentin Grimes will be with this team for the long haul, unless something, drastic happens and he just doesn't have a good year and is out of the rotation completely, then maybe they just renounce his rights and they try to go in a different direction. But the Quentin Grimes thing is interesting. I really think he's a key part of this team going forward. Do you guys think Quentin Grimes will be on the Mavs after this season? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comment section. I really think he will be. Grimes is just he's a versatile chess piece that any coach could use. He can play the 2 or the 3, he can defend the 2 or the 3, and he can shoot at a pretty high level. Any coach in the NBA will tell you that's what they want. So I think Grimes will be on this team. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We will be going live Thursday, Halloween night, for the game against the Houston Rockets. So turn on your notifications so you'll be notified as soon as we go live. And we'll see you guys soon here on Mavericks Today. Thanks for joining me this morning.